turn the radio off right now and listen to The Chris Miles Show.
Keeping you informed about the latest and greatest trends and current events in today's society. It's where you go to stay in the know. It's the Chris Miles Show, live from Atlanta, Georgia.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. How y'all doing? We back here on the Chris Miles Show. We about to discuss everything from our long departure. So we about to have a real interesting show. Very, very interesting. Chris Miles, what do you got going on, my brother?
Man, what's up, Maserati Rick, man? My God, man. It is a blessing to be back. Doing this, wow, man. It feels like it's been 2 years. But actually, it's been what? It's been a year, correct? A little over a year?
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a little over a year. But we finally got all of the kinks out, everybody. We are back. We are excited to be doing what we do. Sorry about that. It seems like whenever we do that, that's one thing that hasn't changed, Maserati. When we get back, then, people start texting or whatever, right? But we're live. This really is kind of, it's a test run. We are, as Maserati said, we're back. We're doing our thing. Wow, there's a lot of things that we really need to talk about. We're going to try to run through this thing. Talk about some current events from sports, politics, to women, to everything. And just, try to update people, keep basically everybody informed on what they need to be informed on. So, that's what we are. Maserati, what you got to add, man?
I ain't got too much to add, man. I'm ready for these topics. Ready to discuss some things, some stuff. Ready to talk about some shit that's been bothering me. Kind of sick and tired of a lot of these old folks around here, man.
Yeah. You and me both. Let me just say this, people. Like I said, we're back. To be quite honest about it, there are a lot of issues. Quite naturally, everybody know that Trump got reelected. Didn't say a second term, but he's reelected. So we're gonna talk about that. A lot of things we just kind of like need to really talk about on the Chris Miles Show. Let me just say this real quickly. A lot of the content that you all are seeing that is actually coming out, a lot of that content is actually content that's actually pre-recorded in the studio. Okay, it's another studio that we pre-record. So we want to encourage everybody to, catch that content from the Chris Miles Show. Those are, like I say, pre-recorded shows, and this year's live.
Yeah, kind of explain. I guess you can kind of break down. We in the process of trying to get a building in Montgomery. We're trying to get a building, a permanent location to run the show. We're trying to bring a concept to make it kind of like a live talk show, kind of like a late show. We trying, we working.
Well, I don't want to let that cat out the bag.
I mean, I'm just saying we in the works of getting a permanent building.
So this is what's going on, people. All right. So back here during the summer, I've talked to several city councilmen. I was working on trying to bring my show from Atlanta back to Montgomery. Okay, just tired of Atlanta, want to go back to Montgomery, right? There are many different elements in Atlanta that you got to compete with. Cam Newton, T.I., and we're outsiders, okay? Nothing against them, what they do, but we're outsiders. We think realistically that we could do with the context that we have, the celebrities that we've actually connected with. We think the format would be better back where we come from. Okay, so all of that said, we reached out to some people downtown Montgomery, and they basically told us no. Well, they didn't really say it to the degree of saying no, but that's what it tamped them out to. The lady wanted to know what my budget was, and I told them $13,000 a month. Okay, so that my budget for what we do here at the Chris Miles Show is overkill. Like, they ain't shit downtown in Montgomery paying $13,000 a month. But that was my budget at the time when we were trying to get them to provide us a building. So we've talked to several city council members there. We're just waiting to hear something, providing if it does, then we're gonna relocate everything. Okay, so that's what we are. Like I said, we've connected with some celebrities that the concept as far as what we're working on is similar to one of the Tonight Show, Jimmy Kimmel, and some of the other people that are actually doing things. So that's what we are. But anyway, Maserati. Before we go into what we're going to talk about, you said something real interesting earlier, which was you were tired of the older people, older individuals. I mean, you might as well just put the name out of there. So I'm going to put the names out there.
It's a lot of them.
Well, just one in Pacific or a couple in Pacific.
Shit, that nigga too.
Okay. So
in the most respectful manner I can be.
All right. So the deal is that one of the people or individuals that we are been battling with, who fell out with me back during the summer when the show had actually stopped, that being Zach Buckner. Now, I have a lot of respect for Zach. I do. I like him as a person. I think he's an outstanding guy. I think he means well. I have a lot of love for him. But most of my conversation with him now is very contentious based upon he said that he wants to say that I'm responsible for getting Donald Trump elected, which is not true at all. But what they're upset with me about is the fact that I didn't get behind that of Kamala Harris, okay? And I had my reasons for not getting behind her and not supporting her message or her agenda. My thing at the time, the reason I got behind that of Trump, or well, not necessarily got behind him, but was more in tune with what he was talking about, was because what he was talking about, going away from democracy to the republic. This is what everybody needs to understand, is that we are under a republic and not democracy. Democracy only comes about when it's dealing with voting. Like, what most of you all don't even know is the fact that you, in the United States, you can only set off and discharge debt. Like, for instance, under the Republic, the birth certificates that they take and the Congress trade on, that they traded on the stock market, they create what's called fiat currency from the birth certificates. Most of you all don't know, when you go in and you sign, because your signature is the money, but when you go into to apply for a loan, whether it be for a car, house, or whatever it is, at the time of signing, you have paid off that debt. Why? Because your money is the signature, and we're off of the gold standard. So what Trump was talking about doing was changing everything back to the Republic. Now, so I mean, my whole thing is, what people need to understand is, don't get me wrong, don't get it fucked up. I understand everything about what this man is, where he comes from, and the people around him. I've never not one time said that I didn't understand that. But then when we are also seeing various things, be that as men being infiltrated in women's sports and all this other stuff, and this shit is being what it is, then it becomes, for me, it was problematic. But my thing, once again, was the more about the Republic than anything. So for those facts, I wanted to bring clarity to that status, because I think realistically a lot of people had gotten shit with me discombobulated. So, anything you want to add on that?
Yeah,
Maserati?
Let me jump in. Well, I agree with everything you said on that, and with me too. I mean, let's just be real. America was not ready for a female president. We haven't made it that far. We 2 days out of slavery. There's no way they was finna let that woman win, and she had nothing to run on. They throwed her in the bull. They throwed her in the bull ring, and she got ran over. She got mauled. And I went against it. One, I had a bad experience with the LGBTQ, and to be quite frank, I have nothing for them. I don't agree with it. I'm 120% against it. I mean, if you're a homosexual, you're a homosexual, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But all this trans men and trans women and all that shit where you putting all this stuff in front of our kids and these cartoons teaching our kids and I'm totally against it. And Harris and the Democrats. If you're a Democrat and you claim you're a Christian, you was with that shit. And that shit, it don't go hand in hand. It don't make no sense. We ain't on Facebook right now, but we gotta type everything, and people don't have enough intelligence to comprehend what you're typing. So we're talking about it. If you were supporting Democrats, you supporting transitioning children. You're not. I'm just saying. You going against God. You're going against the creator of everything. So, but when we brought forth these questions to some of these leaders, they could not answer it. They would not touch it. They wouldn't say anything about it. And it was real disheartening. At least give me some type of comment. What do you think? But they don't. They never answer the question. But that was my main thing. I can't stand it. There's no place for a man in women's sports. There's definitely no place for a man in a woman's bathroom. Everybody's supporting mental health. These people are mentally insane. Something is wrong with them, and somebody needs to get to the bottom of it. But I was totally against it. I've said, and we argue about this every day, Trump and them was going to do what they was going to do. I mean, I asked somebody the other day, 20 years. For the last 20 years, what president has done anything for our community? None. But Trump got in day one and showed y'all exactly what, power he wields.
Well, let me say this, Maserati. Okay, so he's absolutely right. I have listened to people who vote Democrat say, when Obama was in there, they would say, "Well, Obama couldn't do anything."
Can't do nothing.
Let me finish. He couldn't do nothing. He couldn't do that. He couldn't do that. He couldn't do this. He couldn't do that. I heard about Joe Biden. He couldn't do this. He couldn't do that. Kamala, whatever you want to call her, she specifically came out and said, "I can't do anything specifically for black people." I'm quoting her. This is what she said. These are not my words. Okay? This is what everybody needs to understand. That ball into that bullshit. There was a lot that Obama could have done. There's a lot that Joe Biden could have done. And had Kamala Harris got elected, there was a lot she could do. How do we know this? Because the first 2 days Trump got into office, Trump showed everybody the power of that pen by signing executive orders into legislation. Obama could have signed, reparations into legislation. He could have done that. Joe Biden could have done the same thing. But you know why they didn't do it? Because they didn't want to piss off the establishment. You know why Kamala Harris did not? She came out and said, I can't do anything specifically for black people, because it was going to piss off the establishment. Let me say this. Donald Trump don't give a fuck about pissing off black people. He don't, or the Hispanics, or people of color. Because everything that he signed into legislation via executive orders has been from the fact of the people who sent him back to do what he's doing. That's what everybody has to understand. So all of this shit about Obama couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. One of the things he did do was modify what Maserati is talking about, which was gave the LGBTQ community more rights than they should have. And what Trump has done is gotten in there and he's repealed all of those or taken those rights back. This is the other thing, what you all have to understand, people. This is what everybody has to understand, which I don't lose sight of. Okay? I have not lost sight of that what runs these United States corporation, because this place is not a country, it's a corporation. It's white supremacy. That's what governs everything out here. Okay? Everything out here that governs society that we're in the four corners of the United States meaning that these states united together to form a union, with the head of it being in Washington, D.C., which makes everybody 14th Amendment citizens. What brought all of this about is the fact that all of these things that's inclusive right now was set up under the banner of white supremacy. What everybody has to understand is this. When you saw them kill affirmative action, what they call DEI, abortion went away, all of this stuff is to keep, for them Caucasians, to keep their numbers up. And to keep white supremacy as the banister of where we are today. That's what we're dealing with. That's what this is, people. So my thought about all of this is this. Why would I want to play ball on a field where I know I can't win?
Come on now.
If I realize I can't win on your field. When you've already handicapped me, I need to take my goddamn balls, my cleats, and leave your field. I need to go play on my own field. And the people who think like me, I need to take them with me. So we separate. It's the old theory that I've always had dealing with men and women. If a woman is in an abusive relationship with a man, for her sanctity, she must separate from that man. She must get away, deviate from that man. You understand? That's what we are. I look at all of the continuity, the technology and things that we have. Maybe we'll do it in a couple of days on another show. But the fact of the matter is, when I look at all of the inventions that the United States hold and have, somebody that looks like me and Maserati created all of those inventions, all of them. So if I realize we have the continuity, the technology, the wherewithal, the efforts to do those things, why am I worried about a system that was never designed for me to function in? I don't need that system.
Come on.
I posted on the Chris Miles Show page, right? I posted on there this white guy on there saying that if you're having a bad day, find a black person. If you need encouragement, find a black person. So that tells me that even they know who is spiritually bound to uplift spirits. That's us. They know that. They understand that. So if I know all of these things, why am I trying to be a part of some shit that don't want me? You know where that mindset comes from? Martin Luther King. Everybody out there is chasing a dream that you'll never find. And one thing about a dream, whenever you go to sleep and you dream, you'll never ever go back to that dream. Yeah. But when you create a vision,
You're right about that.
When you create a vision, people, you can always reflect on that vision.
You can see it through.
You can see it. A goddamn dream is a dream. That's the equivalent of me dreaming that I'm having sex with Beyonce, and I wake up and I realize, damn, I want to go back to that dream. But it's a dream. It's not reality. And that's where we as a people fucked up by investing in that bullshit that Martin Luther King gave us. Because that dream is not achievable. It is not something that we can put our hands on.
And you would think that to be true after all these years.
60-some years.
After all these years, with all y'all guys that went through, the older generation, with all the marching, all the ass whoopings, all the times y'all got bit by German shepherds in the ass, all the fire hose y'all got put on us.
Cigarette butts put out in your head.
So we come here to this moment today, 2025, and Trump done got in here and dismantled y'all feel like he done dismantled everything that y'all done marched for. Y'all fought for. So I'm just saying, with that being said, in y'all lifetime, none of that stuff, none of these civil rights acts, none of these laws, nothing. All that was for nothing. It was for nothing.
And you know that is so poignant what you're saying.
It was for nothing.
That is so poigntent what you're saying,
that's what I'm saying. If they sit here crying about the stuff that Trump is taking away from them, all that Malcolm died for nothing, King died for nothing,
Medgar Evers,
goddamn Rosa, she got locked up and got all that was for nothing. Got ran out the city for nothing. If y'all feel like he done took what. I'm saying all that, Roland Martin get on TV, all these black Democrats, the caucus, they get on TV crying and saying this and saying that. What did y'all do to protect the next, you know, so what did y'all do to protect our legacy? Nothing.
You know, this is one of the things what we're gonna do here since the show is back. The show is back. Most definitely is back. One of the things that we are going to do is this show is gonna be more intuitive. Like we are going to highlight businesses here, right? Because if there's gonna be foundational change, then it needs to be changed. Like I realize this, like they are right now, they are boycotting, targeting some of the other people who's a part of, they're pulled out from being a part of DEI. Okay, cool, that's fine. No problem. But guess what? You also need to be boycotting these East Indian stores in your community. We talking about on these corner stores.
Most goddamn definitely.
The Korean hair shops. If you all want to send a message, that this shit is more intuitive, this shit is more inclusive, then guess what? Those are the things that that we need to be putting together. There needs to be a message of where to go spend your dollars. There needs to be a message. I'm going to go here and spend. I'm going to go here and do this and do that. Everybody around here is upset and they're mad about the way government has gone, and rightfully so. I would be also upset. But what I want everybody to understand is that realistically, you have to change your thought process about everything, about how we're going to deal with each other.
Yeah, that's first and foremost.
That's the whole thing.
How we going to deal with each other? How we going to get through this together?
How are we going to deal with each other? That should be number one. And like I say, I want everybody to understand something. Yes, racism exists. I would never say it doesn't exist. I'm trying to take my show back to Montgomery. I'm talking about, we got the budget. This is not a charity case. How in the fuck somebody say, well, we want to go back to where my birthplace, I got 13 grand that I can pay. I got 13 grand I can pay a month. You don't want that? They would rather not take the money. They say, no, we don't want that. We think you're gonna bring in who? Young Thug or somebody that's gonna fuck up the alley bar in Montgomery. That's not who I am. That's not what we do. So yes, racism exists, but because you know it exists, it's the very reason why you have to move differently. Here it is, like Maserati said a minute ago. Everything that we fought for has been dismantled. Everything. Don't get me wrong. I realize this guy, Trump went in there and put in there Pete Hegseth. This dude sat on a set of Fox News. He's a fucking white supremacist. He's now running the services at the Pentagon. This dude was in the National Guards. He's unqualified. But because they realize we work so fucking hard to get where we are, they want to take that from us. This is the mindset of shit. But it's the leadership. People like Zach Collins. No, excuse that. He's an attorney, a judge here in Georgia. Not Zach Collins, Zach Buckner, Zach Buckner, who all he knows is, oh shit, man, well, Democrat and Republican. Motherfucker, I'm black.
At the end of the day.
You right here running this fucking marathon and shit ain't changed. It's been the same shit. You come from a fucking era where we had to sit on the back of the like you've seen shit through decades change. One of the things me and Maserati working on a documentary. Okay, when we ain't traveling, we working on a documentary. So a part of it is filming. Then you got to edit. Then you got to try to set up. And this shit, a lot of work goes into this shit, what we do. I'm seeing everybody now want a fucking podcast. We're not podcasters. We've been at this shit since 2013, people. When wasn't no money involved with this shit. That's a long fucking time. I was doing this shit before this corrupt ass federal government put me in federal prison right along with Big Meech. And I got out and I'm back doing the same shit. No, I'm not a podcaster. I'm a truth teller. But the whole point is what I'm emphasizing to all and everybody out there that will hear my voice. It's the fact that when you realize the game that you're playing is not in your best benefit, it is time for you to leave the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can't win. This is the crazy part. I'm hearing. Go ahead.
When you start winning, shit, they change the rules. You can't do that. You got to jump twice now. They had changed the rules on you. They had changed the rules. There should be no way that in 2025 we still supposed to be telling our babies that you got to work 10 times as hard to get half of what they got. There's no reason for that. When we got enough people in the community with money that can create businesses and hospitals and banks and schools, so we can thrive, so we can spend our money with each other. We got farmers, all these highly educated people that can't make it in white society. Why don't they come home and use all that smarts to create an environment for our people?
Right.
It's just like you were saying earlier. I mean, I know you're gonna touch on, the general that they just fired.
Yeah, pull that video. You got it.
Yeah.
So
which one is it?
Shit, I don't know. So this black guy, hold on, let me get his name, because
here you go, right here.
You got it. Before you do, right? So, hey, thanks, Larry. Okay, so my good friend from the Barcades, the voice of the Barcades is sitting in from Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks, Larry, for tuning in, brother. This man Larry and I go back 20 years. I mean, everybody know about the famous Barcade. This man has been the voice of the Barcade. This is what I'm talking about. He's also in Atlanta. This guy, California, Las Vegas, we have been the best of friends for over 20 years. When I was in Montgomery, he flew down from I think it was in, it might have been Memphis at the time. Memphis came and seen me and my mother. We chopped it up. He's been like a brother to me, man. I love him to death. Thanks for tuning in, Larry. Matter of fact, Larry, I'm going to have to bring you on the show. But let me say this. So how I found out about this guy, let me get his name.
Run the video?
Yeah, run the video. Run the video.
Just fired General Charles Q. Brown, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the country's senior most military official. That job is essentially the president's top military advisor, and it usually holds over as administrations change. That's typically what happened. I mean, Joe Biden kept Trump's Joint Chiefs Chairman Mark Milley until he stepped down at the end of 2023. Donald Trump decided to buck with that tradition, and I have to say the optics here don't look great. CQ Brown was only the second black man to ever hold that position, and he just got fired amid Trump's push to end programs promoting equality in the federal government. He will be replaced by retired three-star Air Force Lieutenant General Dan Payne.
So, anyway, let me just read something. Thanks, Maserati. I'm reading this from my friend Zach Buckner's Facebook page. He said, Hegseth called General Brown unqualified solely because he's black. Then Trump fired him and replaced him with a white guy. Okay, Larry is it. So indisputably unqualified that he lacks the legacy required for a position and requires a presidential waiver from Trump just to take the job. This is what merit means to them. Somebody else say it is ironic because Trump firing a black 4-star general as chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff only to name a less qualified white man to the same job. The reason why DEI policy exists in the first place. Okay, let me say this. Right. So, dealing with this DEI thing. First, let me just say this before we go into all of the DEI shit, right? Listen, black people, just leave the military. Just get out. That's it. You see where this shit is going. You see where it is going. Get out. Leave. That's what you do. So when some shit pops off, you got a guy that's from the fucking National Guard that's over this black guy who's qualified, who Trump has fired. Fuck him. Let them, when this shit pop off, don't recruit black children to go fight your wars.
Not to kick in like that, but now instead of them boycotting Target and Walmart, yeah, you're right, they should be boycotting the military. If they want to boycott something.
Let me just add this. Yes, thank you, Larry. Larry said once one of the voices, let me hold my phone up where I can see. One of the voices of the Barcades, Al Greens, Tito Jackson, Motown, Funk Brothers. Yes. So just so everybody out there watching the Chris Miles Show, this is my good friend Larry, right here in Atlanta. He's traveled the world, man. Japan, China, New Zealand, Africa, England, Philippines, Thailand. He's been all over the world throughout the United States. And he was the voice, as you say, the Barcades. Yeah, I remember Al Green. The one, Obama, what was it?
Yeah.
I'm so in love with you. Yeah. Okay, so Larry Johnson has been behind Al Green, Tito, and the Motown Funk Brothers. Thanks for watching, Larry. But back to the topic of discussion, topic at hand, right? So it is time to just step away and let them do what they do. Just listen, this ain't our fight, people. That's the whole thing. I get, y'all, you want to, it's fine. Send a message. Send a message. You want to boycott. You want to do this. Hey, do what it is you feel is best that you need to do. But all of these things that we see going on here today, under the auspices of that of white supremacy, because white supremacy rules. It is time for us to set aside our differences. We got right now, which we're going to talk about, you got 50 Cent, the rapper known as Rick Ross, and Big Meech, who I was in the feds with. Right there in Forest City, where Al Green is from. They are beefing over who's going to color with the goddamn crayon. How fucking fallacious is that, Maserati? For them to be fighting over some goddamn crayon. And I'm using sarcasm because sarcasm should be used at the moment in time. Here it is. We got all of these millionaires and billionaires. Here we got, what's his name? Master P. Master P out here. What he got, Maserati?
Shit, my man got cereals, food, snacks. That man got, I'm saying, man. That man got it all, man.
So this is the thing, right?
Goddamn toys.
So this is what I'm saying. All this shit to kill a nigga.
Noodles.
You know what I'm saying? Master P got honey buns.
He just dropped the big back honey buns.
You know what I'm saying? All this shit to give you hypertension.
I mean,
who coming with the smart app?
I got the try though.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Who does my nephew work for? Who does Sean work for?
Musk.
Who?
Elon Musk.
What is Sean?
Shit, engineer.
Okay.
Computer engineer.
I have my nephew that I raised. He went to school at Carver. He went to Carver.
Carver Wolverine.
He went to Carver. I raised him, whooped his ass when he got out of line. He works for Elon Musk. He's not in the office, but when you talk about some technical shit, that some shit need to be designed, he's designing it. He was also working for Shaquille O'Neal, doing all of his Five Guys stores. He wrote the program, tied all his computer system in. My nephew did this. Shaquille got rid of him and went and got a white guy that fucked up everything, and now he wanted to come back and bring my nephew. My nephew said, "No, I don't work for you no more." Because it bust him up that Shaquille would replace him with somebody that was less qualified. But because we think and feel that their ice is colder than our ice, this is the concept.
Now you getting into it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Come on, walk
so
it
we
out.
like, fuck it.
Walk that shit
My nephew has designed a bus, self-driven bus, that the instructions are put into it. This is Tesla shit, technology. The bus drives itself like what's the guy on the Dallas Cowboys? I'm getting old and don't remember. Jerry Jones, right? Jerry Jones has purchased some of these buses. So the people that park way out, my nephew, this bus design will take you from the wherever you park up to
the stadium.
Same thing here in Atlanta, Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. They are purchasing these self-driven buses that my nephew designed. This is the technology that black folks got. We don't need them for shit.
But when are we gonna start realizing that?
So hold on. So this is the thing. While Master P is out here buying fucking honey buns to poison and give motherfucker hypertension and all this dumb shit, why ain't none of them gotten behind Shaquille? Shaquille a billionaire.
I'm saying.
Oh, let me finish. Hold on. Rick Ross and all these other people. Why ain't nobody put money behind the concept of my nephew? He's a black kid. But we want to go out here. We want to focus on the BMF, all this bullshit, doing movies on glorifying shit of death when it pertains to our community. For the life of me, I still can't figure this dumb shit out. I can't figure it out. Y'all see where the shit has been going for long. One of my first cousins over here, I love her to death. She's so pissed off with me. Two of them. My other cousin out of San Francisco, Karen.
Oh yeah.
Karen don't even fuck with me. She won't take my calls. She like, fuck you. My cousin Carmen right here, grew up together, stayed in the same goddamn, I love her to death. She won't take my call. She's a content creator now. When I was trying to get her to get into this shit, let your little cuz get in here and let's, put this shit, let's make some money off of it. She wasn't interested. But she feels like now she got to get in here, she got to make a statement.
All that because the Hindu lost.
But her statement is the statement that everybody else is making. It's not going to yield anything. And it hadn't yielded anything. Something you want to say, Maserati?
Yeah. I'm just tired of how people sitting back, watching life go by. Just sitting back every day complaining about nothing that we can change. I seen, I scrolled down the timeline. I seen Zach. He made a post. He put a picture up. He said, he made a post. There's a picture. He said, Putin is in control of the United States. And goddamn, I see, Dorsey was on there arguing with him like, shit, what can you do? If it's true, what can you do about it? What are we going to do about anything besides complain? At least our ancestors, they got up and they marched. All we do today is sit and complain about our situation. Nobody says, hey, let's get together, let's discuss some things so we can have a seat at the table to discuss our issues. Everybody mad with the president because he putting his people on. He putting his people on whether they qualified or not. We could do the same thing, just like you said with Master P and Shaq. Instead of them, Master P selling all these snacks and all these, shit that like you said, cause hypertension, fuck up.
Counsel.
Okay, that's cool. Why ain't you buying the warehouse, or why ain't nobody? What happened to Calhoun Food? Where happened to our black grocery stores to put your items in? Right. Y'all. I'm saying he made a video last year sometime. He arguing and fighting with Walmart because they won't put his stuff on the shelf. His stuff in Walmart, but you got to go to the back and ask for it.
Who?
P.
Oh, you got to go to the back.
Man.
Oh, man.
It was a dude had a whole video. He went online, showed that Master P cereals was in the Walmart, but they ain't have it in the shelf. They walked them to the back and they found them. They had them in the section off to the side. His cereal, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got all this money. All these celebrities got all this money, but y'all can't start no grocery store. Y'all can't help Umar finish his school just to see what's gonna happen. I'm saying, how y'all gonna sit here and argue and complain about what these white folks doing when we can't even help each other? All these highly qualified black individuals, the guy they just fired, a couple weeks ago, they were talking about the military wouldn't let in these highly qualified black students.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you got all these people that are so high qualified. Y'all say black women is the most educated in the goddamn world. But we can't goddamn come. We ain't got enough sense to come together and build some shit for ourselves.
Man, I'm with you, man.
I'm saying y'all still want to go sit down at they goddamn
and that's
bar.
That's Zach. Listen.
Like you said, Zach want to live next to goddamn Jane McNeese and goddamn Dick Brubeck and all them. I'm saying instead of if we came together and did some shit for ourselves, it wouldn't be all this killing that we got that we got to endure. We wouldn't be going to a funeral for teenagers every week,
right? Because
they have something to look up to,
right? Yeah. So
I'm saying all the old people looking up to white folks,
right?
They want to mingle with them. Man.
You're right. Yeah. So Maserati is absolutely correct. Like, it is time. This is the thing, people. The thing is that these people that are in charge of the system is white supremacy, they're basically telling you we're tired of you. Now, I have an issue with the Hindus. A big issue with them. All right? Culturally, they're nasty people.
They the nastiest people.
Okay?
They disgusting.
They are nasty people. Donald Trump go and get Kash Patel, who's a Hindu, and put this man over the FBI, who has terrorized black folks. Most Hindus, East Indians, don't like niggas. They don't like us. So what I'm saying is, to all of you out there that are listening, it is time for black people to take their ball and go the fuck home. That's it. They want to put these people over you in the military. No problem. Tell you what, here's my resignation. I'm out. Because one thing we have to understand, we have to know is this. This white man, no pun intended, is a warmonger. And he's going to start some shit somewhere. Some shit going to pop off somewhere.
So you can't hear.
And he's going to be in the midst of it. And in most cases, when this shit start, he going to need you to bag him up. So I say, well, shit. Go get goddamn Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah. Go get them Hindus.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. They the ones been all these other folk coming, these motherfuckers coming to the United States and shit. They been go get them. Go get them. Let them run this shit. You understand what I'm saying? That is how this shit should be. It can't be anywhere. It can't be anything else but truly what it is. And that's what I'm saying. Constructively, we got to change the way we do business. And business should never be personal, people. And that's why I'm saying, even from the standpoint of my good friend Larry that's watching, I'm going to bring Larry on the show. We're going to pull Larry up. We're going to bring him on the show. We got Jerome, Ben, Mars. We got different people who I'm interconnected with that we're going to bring on the show. We got some interviews. We're going to interview some women. A lot of nice, good single women out there looking for tangible men. I don't even want to talk about anything political. I don't. Politics ain't my shit.
We got Jasper coming on.
Yeah, we got a guy down there named Jasper. We're going to bring him on, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that we are inscribing to do. We're going to do it. But the very first thing we need to advocate on right now, since we see shit going the way that it's going, We need to change the way we move. Everything out here in society is about money. Matter of fact, let me say this. Y'all see this right here, right? The people me and Maserati is with, right? I had to, I got braces on my teeth at my age. Okay? I got to lose 40 pounds. I now eat once a day. I drink this stuff in this thing here, and I eat once a day. I drink this all day. I'm not hungry. I don't have no appetite. None of that shit. I'm working out. It's about discipline. It's about changing the way I move. It's about life changes.
Want to better yourself.
Exactly. Wanting to better myself.
Never stop working on yourself.
You understand? And I want to put out tangible information that works. That's what I'm saying. The show is back. The show is back. You feel me? So by the show being back, we're going to do things that is beneficial for the show. That's the whole point. That is what we're dealing with, people. And I'm just simply saying that we have to change the way we deal with each other, man. I mean, this shit is not. It is not as complicated as we have all been led to believe that it is. You feel what I'm saying? It's not. But all I'm saying is, we understand, we know where things are going. It's been going that way. And this other thing I want to say, right? The other thing I want to say is when you look at what Joe Biden could have done, like Maserati was talking about the thing with that of Kamala Harris. Kamala was not a strong candidate. She was not. We saw that in the election, right? She was not vetted. She was not vetted. All right? But the media and everybody else lied to all of us. And the consequences of them lying to us is what you all got now. Me and Maserati, we bump heads all the time about shit. Every day. Every day we bump heads about things. But we are able to set aside our differences and in the process of that strive to come to some type of cohesive understanding. This is what we're going to do to make things better. And that's how this shit works. That's how this shit is out here. But me and him a team. We a fucking team. We got business shit, man, that we buying real estate together, we doing this, we doing that. If I got a problem, if I'm going to jail, I know he coming to get me. I'm gonna call him before I call my old lady because I know he coming to get me. We got a trash company that we've formulated. A lot of shit we doing. We understand commerce. But commerce is never personal. Shit is business. And when you understand what business is, you move differently. And for all the ones out there that's billionaires, y'all want to put money behind. So I got right now, I got a nephew out there. Okay? Everybody out there buying them goddamn ugly ass Teslas. When the software to those cars are updated, that shit is done by my nephew. Something you want to say, Maserati?
No, man, you hit everything on the head on that.
Let's pull up Josh Allen. Let's talk about this shit with him. Let's keep this shit rolling.
Let me go on.
Oh, what you got? Just whatever you gonna pull up.
No, I'm sorry, I gotta go pull them. Let me go find them.
So we all watched. Me and Maserati was talking about this shit 2 days ago, right? The establishment, and I use the word establishment loosely because I don't want to piss anybody off. I don't want my show to be attached with a negative connotation, a negative conundrum of, oh, okay, well, everything is black and white. When in reality, it is. In reality, it is. Okay? But the point is, the NFL, which all of us love to watch on Sunday, is Sunday's pastime for everybody, the NFL, right? The NFL wants so badly for Josh Allen, a kid that went to school at Wyoming, hell of a quarterback. They want for so bad for him to be the face of the NFL, but the NFL is changing. The quarterback position in the NFL is what, Maserati?
Shit, black dominated.
You have Lamar Jackson. You have what's the guy came from LSU? A kid, Washington Commanders quarterback.
I forget how to say his name. Hold on. You know his name.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. Then you got trashed Dak Prescott.
God damn.
Okay?
God damn. I'm saying, is Dak really trash?
Come on, man. Now you gonna sit there and tell me he's really trash when shit you trash his ass too.
I'm saying, is he? You know, he just not.
Okay,
He just not a winner.
We gonna talk about it.
Well, call him man trash.
You have my guy, SC, my school, Celeb Williams. Khalid Williams.
Sweet Williams.
Okay. All right. This is the thing, right? So the NFL is you're starting to see more of these black quarterbacks coming to fruition with the NFL. Right?
Most definitely.
That's because the game has changed.
It's faster.
The game is faster.
You gotta be more elusive.
I mean, you got the guys, them guys on the corners, the linebackers. I mean, when you say hut, they on your ass. So you got to have somebody back there that's able to get out of the pocket when the pocket collapses. The only somebody that's able to do that is what? These black quarterbacks. But they want so bad for this guy on your screen, Josh Allen, to be the face of the NFL. Matter of fact, I said when they lost, I said he was a DEI hire. He was a DEI quarterback on a page on social media. That on X and on Facebook. Oh, man.
The fact that they gave him the MVP.
Yeah.
And Lamar had
better stats.
He had way better stats.
Right.
It's DEI.
So that's why I said what I said earlier about what the fuck I said. You understand? Yeah. That's what we're dealing with. That's what we are today in society. And no one is going to point this shit out like we are right here on the Chris Miles Show. I'm seeing everybody around here coming up with fucking pocket. Well, what is your topic? What's your narrative? Are you going to state the facts based on the facts? Or is it more bullshit? But back to Josh Allen, he got the MVP. He never should have got it. But what I love amongst all the other shit out there that I watched, everybody out there wrote off Jalen Hurts. And he hurt their ass bad. Because everybody that selected other quarterbacks over him said that he wasn't going to amount to anything. He wasn't going to do A, B, and C. He wasn't qualified. He couldn't throw down the field. He proved all of them wrong. We're all, like Mahomes, right? We all do. But it was a bittersweet victory because Hurts kept his mouth closed and he went out there on the field and he proved himself. And this is why I was talking about the thing with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is trash. He's been trash. Like, this guy been in the NFL all this time and Dallas can't get out of the fucking playoffs. Hurts just got there.
Yeah, man, they gave him man all that money, man.
And he got Philadelphia in the Super Bowl and fucking won it against one of the top defense in the NFL, which are the Chiefs. But the man that's, like I say, that's on your screen, this is what I'm talking about. When the numbers don't prove their case, they still will flood you with the bullshit. So that's what I'm saying. We can't fucking win. If you can't win,
they gonna trade. They gonna move the goalpost.
The goalpost just moved.
They gonna move it. They gonna move it, man. So like you said, shit, pick up your ball and go home. Start your own game. Go play with your folks.
Yeah. All along you got,
like you said, even though Lamar lost, even though they beat Lamar, he won MVP last year, and he made better numbers, way better numbers than he did last year, this year, and they ain't give it to him. They trying to move away from
this shit is politics.
Right.
So
you gonna penalize me for doing better,
right?
Or you penalize me
and hold on
being a black man.
Maserati, hold on, that is so eloquent what you're saying. This is what we're talking about. We are talking about a system that penalizes you because of who you are. This system has never been abolished. It's never been removed. This is what Maserati is talking about the shit with our friend Zach Buckner. Like, all this, y'all got out here marching up and down these fucking streets, getting cigarette butts put out in your head. You shut down black commerce, run into the goddamn stores or what is it called, cafes. You went to these cafes, and you were never wanted in those cafes. So you took a chance of somebody spilling your coffee, a woman putting her finger in her ass and stirring your coffee with it, or putting some of her menstrual blood in your fucking food. All of this shit because you wanted to assimilate, because you bought into a dream. And moving forward today, that goddamn dream has led us all to the point of seeing and realizing that when the numbers doesn't match the player, they still get the award over you. That's disheartening.
You know what's ironic about the whole thing?
Talk to me.
You know, you hear a lot of women like a couple of men, they always crying about the ancestors. Ancestor this, ancestor that. Our ancestors was trying to run away from them.
Right, that's true.
They were trying to run away and get away from them. But once they got to a certain position, now we trying to migrate back. King came in trying to run back to them. Let's run back to their arms. We need to be with them. They gonna show us the way. But I'm saying, initially we ran away from them. After we took the ass whoopings and how our people got beat and this and that, we ran away from them. And we want to just live in peace, just get away. We good. We ain't gonna do nothing to y'all. Just leave us be.
Right.
But now, shit, we want to live amongst them and assimilate and work where they work, and be part of their system. When we was doing fine on our own, why can't we? It's no problem to work with them. There's no problem to work with them and do this and do that with them, do business with them. You know what I'm saying? But why can't we get ourselves together? Why can't we build ourselves up so we can be a powerhouse, like these other nations?
Well, because we are dealing with the mindset of people we know don't want to change. And that makes you an imbecile because you're doing the same shit and you're looking for different results.
Insanity.
And that's insanity, exactly. That's insanity. Moving right along from Josh Allen to that of Roland Martin. Roland Martin, who everybody, I can't say everybody knows, but most people know, or a lot of people know, right, about Roland. Roland has been in his feelings. I wish you could pull that video he did. But Roland has been in his feelings because
I find it. We can talk about something.
Because he has he's one of the other beggars out there. We should just call them beggars, Maserati.
That's what a Democrat is.
You know what I'm saying? Like this dude,
that's what they is.
This dude has been, he has been he's been begging for the longest, and like the shit is just at a point now that it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to, y'all bear with me, people. I'm looking for, and while we're here, I want to encourage everybody. You all can find all of our content on, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and Red Note at symbol I'm Chris Miles. Now let me just share something with everybody, because I was on TikTok. I had 35,000 followers on TikTok. And I didn't use the TikTok account very much, but I did occasionally get on there, and I would combatively talk about some of the shit that was going on over there in the Middle East. And the synagogues of Satan are part of one of the reasons why TikTok was allowed to come back, was because they said that they was going to, anybody that was talking about the synagogues of Satan, they were going to sever their account from TikTok. And I was in that number. I don't know if Candace Owens shit got fucked over too, but I think so. Several people that had been out there criticizing the synagogues of Satan lost their page. And because of that, I have just not really had the energy to go back and really fuck with TikTok like that again, because, that takes, I had, I don't know, over 100 videos, all of that stuff. Well, some of it I still have because it's in, it's on my device, on my computer and iPad. But a lot of that content is forever lost. All because of an opinion. All because of an opinion, these people got rid of my content. So I don't even really care to use it anymore. There are some new videos that went up on TikTok, but most of the time when we leave the studio, radio show, and doing this shit here, showcasting, I don't even put the content up. I was actually we were gonna stream through them. I said, man, fuck TikTok. I'm not doing any of that, man. See, so I don't even know. I mean, if one of these days when I'm feeling it, I will probably more than likely go back to using TikTok. But as it stands right now, I don't care to. But you can find all of my content on all of the other social conglomerates at symbol I'm Chris Miles. At symbol IMCHRISMILES. Did you find it rolling?
Yeah, I'm almost. I think I got it. Yeah, I found it.
Got it.
I got it. Let me get it over there.
So Roland Martin is upset because he's mad, disgruntled, and pissed off with the aspect of he's mad and upset. Outside Atlanta declined our invitation to show the content. Maserati, cool. But he's mad because, like I say, he's a beggar. He wants to be accepted, and for me, I would think that being accepted is really not all of that important. But who am I to say otherwise? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that everybody has somewhat of a different mindset when it comes to how they think things should be. And I'm just not all about, if you don't want me there, trust me, I don't want to be there.
Yeah, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Come on with it.
All right, let me hit it on there.
Do understand right now you have at least 4 Supreme Court justices who would love to completely get rid of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. And why this is important is because the 1964 Civil Rights Act is the enforcement mechanism that has led to all of these changes for Black America since that period. So what they understand, if we assault the 1964 Civil Rights Act and get rid of that, and then we completely get rid of the 1965 Voting Rights Act, what we have effectively done is gutted Black leadership and African Americans from being able to take advantage of what happens in this country. So while a lot of y'all are bullshitting around on whether you can be on fucking TikTok, while you're getting caught up in some bullshit housewife, while you're having your fucking MJ and LeBron debates on who's the GOAT, there is literally, as we speak, an entire focus to gut every single civil right and economic gain that we have had since 1964 because they are pissed with those three acts. They're pissed with the Brown versus Board of Education Act. You have voucher bills that are being pushed in Texas and Tennessee and other places to do understand right now you have at least 4 Supreme Court justices who would love to completely get rid of the 1964.
So he said a lot without saying anything, right? Mr. Maserati.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
What did the 1960? Now we from where all this shit started at. Where did that shit? What did it yield black people? What are the? I want to ask you, what are the benefits of it today?
I don't see any benefits.
Now let's be honest.
I mean, we can exist.
Okay, all right. So let me just say this, people.
We can exist without being, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
murdered on the day.
Well, no, that's not true. All right, so the 1964 Civil Rights Act afforded you a part of being a part of their system. It gave you an opportunity to vote. It gave you a voice in their system. It also gave you the opportunity through integration, all this other shit that later came. It gave you the opportunity to go to their schools. It gave you the opportunity to go to their malls. Right? Yeah. It gave you an opportunity to go spend your money in their system. That's all it gave you.
Yeah, you put that. Yeah, I like the way you put that.
Now, coming back to your community, people, it was the decline and destruction of everything in your community. As Maserati said earlier, where are the grocery stores? Where are the furniture stores? Where are the car lots? Where's the industry that supply and demand for our people? Where is it? It also took black fathers out of the home. It's a known fact. Yeah. So all of the things that government yielded black people was destructive. That's what you got to understand. That's what you got to understand. And the point that I was making earlier, everybody loves Obama. Everybody loves Joe Biden, right? They could have notified everything by what you're seeing Trump do, with signing things into with those executive orders. They could have solidified that. And by them solidifying that, if Donald Trump came in and said, "Okay, then, well, we're gonna write this in where black and brown people have these right to do A, B, and C," right? If Donald Trump go in there and write something contrary to that, then what happens is he's showing you emphatically that he's racist. But that's what I'm saying. Like, all of the things that you got out there and you took all of these ass whippings for, begging and pleading and marching and all of this shit, it benefited absolutely nothing. Nothing. Now, what's funny, all of the things that we've ever talked about, Maserati Rick, on all of the other shows that we've ever done, leading up to this point, and this is the first show back, and we're rusty and rough as fuck. Now, all of a sudden, they want to do what we talked about doing. Which, we got to support each other. Well, do that shit in Atlanta. But let's boycott Target. Let's do this. Let's do that. Now you want to do all of the things that you should have been doing initially. That's what I'm saying. This shit was a false narrative from the go.
I mean, shit too late in the game, though, man. It's too late in the game.
Well, I disagree with you on it's too late in the game.
I mean,
let me tell you why I say that. Because one of the things you have to understand is this. Wow, my stomach is talking to me. One of the things you have to understand is this, Maserati. If somebody works a job, just say I'm on a job, right? I'm working a job, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm paying all of my bills with this job I have, right? I'm paying all of my bills. And just say the people terminate me from that job. In the inkling of an eye, guess what happens? I've lost everything. Yeah. Because everything I hear tampers off of revenue. So it's never too late. But what is the foundation behind what you're doing? No one has defined that. All we know is, okay, well, they've done away with this, so we got to boycott. What is the end plan?
But my thing is with the boycotting shit, like everybody fed up. Like the scenario I used when it comes to that, okay, it's one thing to boycott, but we don't have nothing to sustain everybody. If you boycott, if I don't think people thought it through. If you go out here and say you're gonna boycott Walmart and Target, for example, Bryant, the pastor, whatever his name, what his name, Bryant.
Jamal Bryant over here in Atlanta, yeah.
He supposedly got a list of black owned businesses you can go support throughout the boycott.
Right.
Okay. You got 250,000 black people go to these spots. 50,000 gonna get the supplies? What gonna happen to the rest? Okay, you gonna go buy out these black folks? Where they getting their supplies from? They gonna have to go to Sam's Club. Or they gonna have to go. Well, they ain't boycott Costco, but they gonna have to go. They gonna have to go real.
Well,
I'm just saying. Are you truly? And then when you look at the situation of who owns everything, are you truly boycotting them?
Well, listen. This is the point, right? This goes back to what I was saying earlier about all of this shit about you not owning shit now. That was Martin Luther King.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we don't. If you can't make no contract with black farmers,
well, but
I'm just saying you're not truly boycotting anybody.
But hold on, Maserati. This is the thing. Let me tell you. Well, some of what you say is factual, and some of it is not. Right. All right. One of the things that becomes destructive is, just say for instance, I got distributors out of China I can buy directly from.
Right.
Okay. Matter of fact, I can pull this shit up on my phone and show it to you.
I understand.
Okay. All right. So I can buy directly from the same people they buy from.
Right.
Okay. All right. Now we're dealing with a situation of tariffs. Does it go up to 15 or 25%? So that means that I have to eat that cost. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that within itself is destructive. So to a degree, what you're saying makes a lot of sense. But what happens is when it comes to what you're talking about, like the farmers' supply and demand, a lot of the things as far as, like you say, it's what I think a total of maybe around 45 to 46 million black people in the United States.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold
There's
on.
not enough black businesses to sustain that number. I'm just saying we ain't even dealing with cars or gas. We just dealing with food.
But listen, this is the thing. This is the thing.
For to have a true boycott to hurt somebody's pockets.
This is the point what I'm talking about, right? I want you to understand something. Everybody out there, business-wise, even on a smaller scale, don't support what has happened. A lot of them don't. Because I was watching a guy on, and I thought I saved it, but I couldn't find it in my phone, on Instagram, right? This guy on there was basically saying that he was a farmer, you know, he corn and greens and all this other stuff, right? And he didn't support it. But guess what his problem was at? He had the people from Venezuela and all these other countries working for him harvesting this shit. So a lot of the tractors and all that, he can't even get his shit picked at this point.
Right.
So realistically, it's a quagmire. But we just have to see how this shit gonna play out.
It's symbolism. It's symbolism at the end of the day. Cause you ain't really truly. What are you really truly doing? You not. If you ain't got your own legs to stand on, you just. I mean,
who fault is that?
You just talking shit.
Who fault is that?
Shit, that King fault.
Okay.
Shit.
So you mad with Zach, right? Zach is from that era.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, he'll never agree with, because like you say, everything with him. Like I pointed out shit that
man said Putin running the country.
Listen, well, fuck all that. I pointed out shit dealing with certain things he said about about shit that should have been just on the foundation that, let's acknowledge the fact that Biden was racist, right?
They don't want to talk about that.
Guess what? He couldn't see that.
You can. I'm saying I done posted a video about 30 times. They don't want to talk about that.
No.
How you gonna sit here and say that this man changed? How can you say he changed from that point in time to him becoming president? He done turned the page. But y'all can't. When Trump say he ain't racist, and it's video proof to show that he done did for a lot of black people. He do business with a lot of black people. He do this, but he racist.
Well, I think okay. So let me tell you what the problem is.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
how can you say?
Hold on.
If one man say he ain't,
I'm going to tell you where the problem lies. The problem is Trump got a motherfucker like Charlie Clerk hoe ass around him. Okay, he got another motherfucker like Tucker Carlson around him. Them motherfuckers don't like you.
And I understand.
Okay, so you are.
But
only,
I'm just saying,
you are only known by the fucking company that you keep. If I'm hanging around fucking crack motherfuckers that smoke crack, then bitches gonna equate me to a goddamn crack smoker.
That's all I'm saying. The same with Biden. How?
And I'm not arguing that point.
I'm just saying, but how could? That's why it's hard for me to listen to a lot of people from Zach era, the older generation, because you can say, this man done changed, even though he done got on the TV and say he don't want his goddamn children going to school with no niggas, no monkeys. But this dude right here come and say he ain't this and he ain't that.
Listen.
But he everything up under the sun.
This is the whole point. This whole point.
Yeah.
And everybody out there watching me, do what I want y'all to understand. Until, listen emphatically with much enthusiasm, until white supremacy is dismantled, no one can ever say on either side, Democrat and or Republican, the same or indifferent, that they are not racist. That's it.
That's it.
This goddamn system that's in tow today has to be demolished. And that's the whole point. With, I don't think, not to be, not being sarcastic. Maserati Rick or anybody else out there understand. It is simple for them to go out here and say, like this guy, I was watching this guy talking about Jalen Hurts. Oh, he was mad because ESPN's called the shit black excellence. It is black excellence. Because guess what? All of the people that said something against him, which is black excellent, they were saying he wasn't qualified. He would never bring the Philadelphia Eagles a goddamn championship. And he went out there. So now that he's done that, showed that this shit is black excellence, because he had to prove that he could excel over all of the rhetoric and the bullshit that was being thrown this way. That's all it was.
Then he got a black woman on his side.
Then he got a black woman. That's black excellence. But now, all the people that went out there and said, oh, he can't do it, he proved them wrong. And this is why I'm saying we have shit internal in us. This shit ain't science. This is what the good Lord has given us to work with. He know our struggle. He see what they doing. And I guarantee you, if I'm here to see it, to bear witness to it, if I'm not, y'all remember that all of them out there are going to be held accountable for what they've ever done to us. And their children will be held accountable. That's a fact because it's written. I think it's Isaiah 14 and 21. Yeah. Isaiah 14 and 21. Go read it. Preferably the King James Version. Go read it. Isaiah 14 and 21. They're going to be held accountable for that. And their children will. Say my words. So that's why I say, let them do what they do. We just try to get shit right with each other. We got two more topics we're going to bring up and then we're going to close for the day. Mr. Producer, this is what I need you to do. I need you to pull up the video on the shit that, to further prove my point on what we're talking about, the system that we've been under, right? Bring up this video with that of Ronald Reagan and that of Nixon, Richard Nixon.
Let me see who this is.
Have surfaced of a phone conversation nearly a half century ago between President Richard Nixon and future President Ronald Reagan. The recordings were released by the National Archives, and they capture the two men using racist language. Here's White House correspondent Paula Reed.
Y'all listen up.
President Richard Nixon recorded himself talking to then California Governor Ronald Reagan in October 1971, the day after the United Nations voted to recognize the People's Republic of China. Reagan had phoned Nixon at the White House to vent his frustration at African delegates who celebrated the vote.
Last night, I tell you, to watch that thing on television, as I did, yeah, to see those monkeys from those African countries, and they're still uncomfortable wearing shoes.
The Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation said today, if he said that 50 years ago, he shouldn't have, and he would be the first person to apologize. After talking with Reagan, Nixon called Secretary of State William Rogers and adopted Reagan's racist language.
He saw these cannibals on television last night, and he said they weren't even wearing shoes, and he says, here, the United States is going to submit its fate to that.
Later that month, Nixon laughed at these comments from his best friend, Bibi Rebozo.
That reaction on television proves how they ought to be still hanging from the trees by the tail.
Even in 1971, that language would have shocked the general public. President Trump has, of course, come under fire for his racist tweets, but he said yesterday he is the least racist person there is in the world.
So this is what this show is about right there. Like we're going back to an era where Ronald Reagan, who was the president of the state of California, and Richard Nixon, who was the president. These guys had conversation between each other, and they were calling Africans, well, we're not Africans, but they were calling Africans monkeys and saying all type of cannibals, saying all type of nasty, derogatory things about these people because they did not like the way of the vote. And what I'm trying to get everybody to understand is that this is the system. This is the mindset. So if you understand you're dealing with a particular person and this person has this mindset, you have to not fuck with that person. If you're involved with a woman and you know that this woman's she's sleeping around with Joe, Tom, Bob, and Roger,
Corleone,
shit, you got to like fuck. You got to get away from her. You can't. How can you take a whore and make her a housewife? It is impossible. Like these people have disdain for you, and everything that you should do should be based upon business and not doing anything socially. That's it. And if you do shit that way, you find yourself not being fucked over. You get fucked over because you want to go hang out at their party. Like Zach Buckner, you want to live right next to goddamn James McNee and all this fuck shit. You want to do all this bullshit. Fuck all of that. You understand? And that's what people get mad with me. I'm going to tell shit how it is. I don't give a fuck who feelings are hurt or who toes I step on. But I got to be honest. We're dealing with honesty here. We're not dealing with feelings. I had a dude this morning came to me and said some fly shit to me. Like I wasn't even fucking with him. I sent the shit to Maserati. And this guy came out of nowhere because he didn't say it. This is shit I said about, speaking about Trump got Elon Musk running shit. And Elon Musk suffer from ADHD. Like this motherfucker's on antidepressant medicine. That's what y'all need to understand. Elon Musk is fucking artistic. This bitch artistic. And this motherfucker's in here, I find it. Listen, man, this motherfucker, he admitted to Don Lemon he has to take antidepressant medicine. So the only thing I said, well, if this is fucked up because no wonder everybody is feeling fucking depressed. I mean, you going in, you got people out here, got families to take care of, and you fucking firing people? But ain't no motherfucking fired, not a goddamn person that's sending them goddamn checks over there to Israel. That's where the goddamn money going. Nobody has fired not a motherfucker that has sent the first goddamn check over there to the synagogues of Satan. And them goddamn people ain't who the fuck they claim they are. We are those people. That's our goddamn homeland. But ain't nobody fired no fucking body. And I said, everybody was depressed. So this buckaroo want to come cap off at me. So you know what I did? I kept off on him and his goddamn children. And I said what the fuck I said, and I stand on it. Because I'm that type of person. So guess what? All of it. Oh, I can't believe you. Yes, well, goddamn it, believe it. Don't fuck with me. That's the whole object of this game here. Don't fuck with me. If I ain't fucking with you, don't fuck with me. It's business. That's what it is. I ain't none of Zach Buckner where I'm finna beg your ass to go live next door to you. Fuck that. I don't want to be where I'm not wanted. If you're tolerable of me, I'm tolerable of you. That's what this shit is. That's what it is. It's nothing more. So don't get in your feelings. Oh, well, I can't believe. Yeah, well, motherfucker, believe what I said. Because I stand on it. And that's the problem with people today is nobody is willing to accept responsibility for shit. I've been through too much. I've been through too much. And because of the shit I've been through is why I am the way I am. And I'm not going to change that. I have a saying that is on my profile. I'm going to read it to you. Because I don't want to paraphrase. I want to be verbatim. You understand? It says, this is on my X account. See this? X? Go follow me on X. Right there. It says, persecuted by the U.S. government, ex-political prisoner, man of war. If I go with you or against you, it's war. That is my mentality. I can't change what I am. God made me that way. And all of the things that I've gone through have made me that way. But I can still be handsome and look good and, do what I do. But God made me that way. I love the skin I'm in. I love my people. I love the folks around me. And I got people of other nationalities I fuck with. They fuck with me. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna pull up Meech 50 and Rick Ross. But this is the thing. I got somebody that a friend of mine that I fuck with out of California, white guy. Cool. If some shit popped out right today, them motherfuckers they would come down south to stand with me. But he said something fucked up the other day about my child, and I went the fuck off. I said, hold on. You don't know me like that to say no shit like that. And he gonna say, well, it was a joke. And I say, well, unfortunate for you, I didn't get the fucking punchline. I didn't get the joke. And I had to tell him, listen, you and I are never on that level to say something, for you to say something disrespectful about my son. I don't play them games. Because guess what? I would never do that to his kids or his grandkids. And this is why I say that we are different. I don't eat red meat. You understand? I don't. Am I lying, Maserati?
No, you don't.
I don't eat red meat. So you're not going to pawn this shit off on me, or you're not going to sell it to me. I got one guy that I fuck with tremendously, truly, and that's the guy right here in the studio with me. That's it. My circle is small. My circle is small. And it works better for me that way. What we got?
You got one of your partners, man, Big Meech.
Okay.
And Rose.
So, let me share something with you guys, right? Back in 99, not 99, it was, yeah. No, excuse me, 99. I'm tripping. Back in 2019, I was sentenced to federal prison, right? When I got there, I encountered this guy that's in there now. That's on your screen, Meech. Right? We was in the same dorm. Mariana, Flower City. He was downstairs. I was upstairs. We worked out together. We talked. I was fond of him. Good guy. You know, do anything to help you. Got large commissaries. When he got, if he fucked with you, you got those large commissaries, everybody ate. But one of the issues and one of the problems he had was he kept getting caught with cell phones. And that is a no-no in there. So you catch him with the cell phones and automatically you go to the shoe, right? So he got caught so many times with cell phones that they put him in the shoe and he got shipped to Oregon, state of Oregon, where he finished out his time, that I know of. I also remember when he was actually there, 50 Cent was flying in every month. He would come down fly down to Arkansas every month, and he would meet with him. He, you know, go to family visits. He would go, and he was getting. He had his script people there, and they were getting ideas on the BMF story, what everybody's now watching on Stars. I was there when this shit was going on. Now, also T.I. was at that camp, or at that low, but he had long gone before we ever got there. But the point is what I'm saying is 50 changed Meech's life. He said, listen, don't worry about Lil Meech. I got him. I'm going to put him in school. I'm going to do A, B, and C. He did all of that. He held true to his word. He took care of him. Now, Meech is out, and all hell is broken loose because he has gone over to his arch nemesis. Somebody that 50 don't like and Rick Ross don't like. And I really hate using the name, calling him Rick Ross, because that's not his name. But I'll just say the rapper known as Rick Ross. And I love his music.
What you mean, man?
Okay.
You doing too much now. Man.
No, I'm not. I'm being honest. I'll just say Rose. Okay, Rose, right? So where all of this shit is actually going is somebody's gonna get hurt. Now, Lil Meech is hanging out with Rose. He's hanging out with him.
Shit, he ain't got no choice now.
Well, what I'm saying is, Maserati, where's the loyalty, man? Like for instance, you know, if you do something for me and knowing that I know that you don't fuck with a certain person, why would I, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, man, like, help me out on this.
I'm saying, is it all okay? Nobody really expected Meech to ever get out.
I don't know why.
I'm just saying, they ain't expected man to get out like that this soon. Not this soon.
Man, the man that did his time, man.
What?
You do 85% of your time. I think he had, 25 years? Because, hold on, let me tell you. He had 20. Let me tell you what. This is what I'm saying,
but
right? Wait, for correction. Hold on. Let me explain to everybody out here watching this, right? And you all can go do this. Everybody tell me, man, he had 40. No, he didn't. He was at Arkansas. Where I was at. Everybody there that's at that particular low is under 25 years. 20 years and less. Okay? He would have been there at Forest City. He would have still been there had he not been getting caught with those goddamn cell phones. So him getting caught with the cell phones is why they shipped him They put him in the shoe, and I think he stayed in the goddamn we didn't know when he left. He stayed in the shoe maybe 4 months, 6 months, 180 days. Yeah. And that fucking shoe is grueling. That bitch grueling. And what I tell people all the time, I have this conversation with Maserati all the time. Like people, listen, man. That federal to be incarcerated in the Fed. Now the states is worse than Fed, but to be incarcerated in that shit, man, a lot of motherfuckers. When we talking about Elon Musk is on antidepressant medicine, man, I've seen guys in there literally. I've seen guys go to the toilet and shoot up and die. Like they on heroin. It was so much dope in that goddamn facility. Crack, fucking heroin. What's the other shit? Oh, they put on the paper. I forgot the name of that shit. Everything you wanted was in there. Meth. White dude in there went in the bathroom, injected some meth, died on the toilet. And they were so ingenious on how they hid. Like they would hide this shit in the bathroom pipes and shit. Motherfucker go in there and take a dump in the shit. They uncoated the shit out where the shit won't get wet. So they come in and they would search this and they would never find it. Never find it. But I'm just saying all of that shit to simply say this. Like those guys in there had like, my time was short. Shit was like shit, vacation time. But them guys had years to do. I told Maserati when I was in there, Meech was there. There was a dude in there one day. He called his girl from a phone. He's like, damn, why you won't answer? So her dude was there. The new guy she was dealing with. He's like, nigga, what you want, man? You keep calling, man. We know you want some money. He like, who is you? But the guy turned out to be somebody that he knew. Where my son? Your son is here. Man, I don't want you around my son. He said, well, I don't really think you got an option at this point. So him and the guy, yada, 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 they back and forth. You know what he did? He took the phone, put the phone down. Now, we sitting there listening, watching this shit. And this Italian guy that I fuck with, he said, man, take the phone off of speaker, man. We don't need to hear that, man. Don't do that to yourself. Man, fuck all that. So what the guy did, he put the phone down on the bed and fucked this girl and made him listen to it. And you know what type of noise is going on during sex. And it had shit to do with me. But I felt this pain. Like this is the type of shit that's going on there, right? And the shit affected me so bad, I was right. This shit affected me so bad. I went to the goddamn wall phone. And I called my wife. I said, listen, let me tell you something. If you got anything out there going on, goddamn, tell me now. Because I don't want to have... She said, no. But I'm telling you, man, like this shit is so many things, so many different departments of this shit that you got to process. And that's what I'm talking about. Meech, what people don't realize, Meech ain't right in the head, Maserati.
Yeah.
That dude ain't right, man. That dude, listen, man, I know for a fact that he was in the shoe phone every time they called him with a cell phone. I remember, I ain't gonna put that out there. But every time they called him with a cell phone, he went to the shoe. And because who he was, they was very lenient on him. You gonna do 30 days in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The last time he got caught, this is shit, man. We can't ship this motherfucker. He got shipped. And the whole point is, that's what I'm saying, Rose was a correction officer. He know what go on in the motherfucker. So he's exploiting the situation. And that's why I said now.
Yeah, he did a song with him though.
Who?
He did a song about it.
He did a song. But, you know, and that's what's crazy.
I'm saying the song so old. I mean, that's what I was saying earlier. I don't think he ever thought that he would ever, you know, the dude would be out and he'd be able to perform that song. I don't think. And like you were telling me earlier last week, you were like, man, Meech a different type of dude. Like he ain't without entertaining shit. He wasn't thinking about them two niggas beefing like that. He was just shit. He
a street nigga.
Right.
He a hustler.
Right, exactly.
Let me tell you something, people. This is what y'all need to understand about Meech, right? Meech is not a gangster. He a hustler. And him and his brother fell out with each other. Why? Because Meech in Atlanta, he had Bill, all of the shit that he started doing brought the heat on them. All the shit he started doing brought the heat on him. Had he not done any of that shit, none of that shit would have happened. You understand? None of that shit would have happened. But he wanted the glitz, the glamour, and all that other shit, right? So by him going out here, he put the heat on him and his brother Terry. His brother ain't want that shit. He just wanted to make money. But he's not a gangster. He's a hustler. That's what people have to understand. There's a difference. A lot of people get it misconstrued. 50 is a gangster. He a gangster. Jay-Z is a hustler. That's what I'm saying. But one thing about a hustler, if a hustler need to get some shit, if he need to get you handled, he can. The hustler gonna go to the gangsters because he got the gangsters under them. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. And Rose ain't any of that shit. He was a corrector, man. I'm being honest.
Man, got a job.
I love his music.
That man just went and got a job, man.
But the point is, what I'm saying, you know, it's
y'all doing Rose like that?
No, man. I listen. If I had to pick between, I'm riding with, you know, music wise, I'm mostly identify with him. But I'm saying, shit, a fact is a fact. Shit. And the motherfucker went out here and say, okay, well, I go out here and tell the motherfucker I'm a goddamn gangster. Bitch, I was a school teacher. I ain't gangster nobody. Shit, that's what I'm saying, man. You got to be honest about this shit, y'all.
That man just went and got a job, man.
I get what he got. I get what he got. The funny is what I'm saying, man. I was an educator, man. You feel me? So, you know, shit. You know, you got to factor that shit in, man. You know, you motherfucker out here playing like, man, I'm a boss. Okay, cool. You're a boss now, but you wasn't initially. And that's what I'm saying, man. It's the shit like some kindergarten fighting over goddamn who gonna use the goddamn crayon to color the goddamn the bunny on the paper that been given. That's what this shit turned out to. And they want everybody to pick sides. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, all of the shit that's going on out there, we're focusing on the bad shit. It really shouldn't be about that. Maserati?
Yeah.
It should be about business, man. Everybody out there, okay, let me say this in closing. Everybody out there, everybody mad with Trump and all this other shit, right? Okay, y'all mad with Trump. All right, so who gonna step up and take this bull by the horn and lead? Huh?
That's what I've been asking.
Come on, that's it. I'm not doing it. Shit. So who's gonna lead? Huh? According to some of the people that we know in our circle, they telling us to get our bro games ready. And I guess I got to go get me some shoestring in on it, don't it, Maserati?
God damn.
Huh?
You say get Rogaine?
The bro game, the goddamn boots.
Oh. God damn.
What they saying? What they saying? But I'm saying this. I ain't going nowhere where I ain't never been. Hey, thanks for watching the show, people. We'll catch y'all next time. Couple of days. This was a rough drought trying to get back in this shit. But we back. And also, we're going to take this show on the road. But until next time, take care. And we'll see you guys live right here on the Chris Miles Show. Good night.